So we're going to call one of you forth. And what I'm going to ask is that everybody that is in this sacred space to hold neutrality. We recognize that each and every one of us is creating each other into existence right now. So however you hold this session, if you think it's, oh my gosh, something's wrong, or poor person, or oh my gosh, I can't believe that happened, or I can't believe that's happening, you're creating the polarity into existence. So this is a great place for you to practice neutrality, to practice witnessing, and to practice holding miracles for everyone here. Okay, can I get agreement on that? A lot of you guys have your things off, which is fine. And then it's fine if you have your cameras off, but I invite you to come and fully be engaged. It adds a lot for everyone. So it's another thought for each and every one of you to consider. Okay, so let's do this thing. Who would like to come on down for some coaching? Vanessa, I knew it was going to be you. Amazing. Hi, how are you?
Hi, I was on mute. I'm well, thank you. I have 20 minutes to be here on this call with you guys. So I just want to take the first step to start.
Okay, great. So what's going on for you? And what we think about is a few things. You can come with whatever is going on for you, or you can also think of any area of your life where you're not feeling fully empowered. There's a lie. There's a lie to subconscious level. There's a limited identity and whatever. So no matter if it's something huge in your life or it's an area of your life that you're ready to just have a breakthrough around, any and all is available as we're ready, we're equipped with. Okay, Vanessa, so what's going on for you?
So thank you so much for the space and the platform. So I think what's bothering me that I've noticed a pattern is that I have a sense of rejection. Like I feel of a sense of rejection and neglection. It started when I was younger. And I think it's still going on as an adult. So it's like, and it's my family and it hurts. So it's like my cousins, and like I would say that I'm like, let's just paint a picture. Like I was somewhat successful. I was traveling for work.
Vanessa, I'm gonna interrupt you, okay? Because you have 20 minutes, and let's get into this, okay? Because none of the story matters. Okay. None of the story matters, and you're here, and I'm going to know for sure that your consciousness knows exactly where to go with this to heal this, begin to heal this, or completely transform it instantaneously right here. Are you open for that?
Yes.
Okay, great. We're going to actually call upon your subconscious mind to see if there is a trauma that would like to be healed right here. And you guys need to know that it's emotional trauma. So what an emotional trauma is, it's a high state of a negative state of emotion, because we recognize that the vibration from the emotions that we create and influence the subconscious mind. So anytime something happens, it doesn't have to be some war zone or some major thing. It's a high state of the meaning that we put around it that creates the high emotion, and then we command it with a limited belief. And then this plays out like puppet strings in our life forever, right? It's a theme of our life over and over again, okay? So the reason why I know where we're going with this is because Vanessa said, here I am, this is the kind of the theme of my life. I'm the character of my life, and this is what the role of this character is playing out right now. So we recognize it's all identity. So Vanessa, I'm going to ask you to just take a deep breath in through the nose. Close your eyes or keep them open. And I'm just going to speak to your subconscious mind. I don't want you to think about it linearly. I just want you to see what comes up and bubbles up from consciousness. Vanessa, is there a traumatic incident that you'd like to handle?
Maybe not just one.
Okay. Yeah, totally got it. So is there one in particular, the first one that comes up, a mental picture at all from this lifetime that you can think of that was very upsetting to you?
Yes, I think. Yeah.
Okay, great. You have that one mental picture. A traumatic incident is not an over thing of weeks or years and upset. A traumatic incident would be something that would occur, between 5 minutes and 24 hours, an incident, something that particularly happened. Are you prepared to do this, Vanessa?
Yes.
Thank you for being so vulnerable. You're helping everyone because it's actually a group process. What we see in you is exactly at some level happening within each and every one of us, okay? Are you in a safe place where you will not be disturbed?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do you have some Kleenex in case we want whatever is to come out of you, we want to express it?
Yes.
Do you want to grab something? It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we all learn when somebody does an E4 trauma method, because we all have traumas. And I invite you to consider where in your life you had an upset and what decisions you made for yourself, what backstory and things you're having around it. So what we're going to do right now is the intention is to neutralize this for Vanessa. Okay, Vanessa. So what we're going to do is I'm going to guide you. You don't have to remember any of this. I'm going to take you through the 4 E's, the E4 trauma method. The first is we're going to go and re-experience it as if it's happening right now, because from a spiritual perspective, we only know now. Okay. The second is evaluation. E for evaluation, which means we're not going to evaluate it. We're going to not have any backstory around it. You're going to take us there as if it's happening right now and factually. There I was. This is what the room looked like. This is what they said. This is what happened. Okay. The third step is we're going to be fully experiencing the emotions. E is for emotions, fully feeling, because whatever resists emotions is what's keeping that emotions in the body and keeping it energized. And number 4, we're going to go to enlightenment. For the E for enlightenment, we're going to look and spot what you decided, the limited beliefs you decided about yourself, about others, and about life. And then we're going to make a new declaration for yourself, Vanessa. I can feel this is a big charge on your track. Okay. Thank you for being so courageous and vulnerable. You're helping a lot of people right now. Okay. So take us there right now as if it's happening right now. You can close your eyes and take us there. Begin now.
Okay. Well, there's so many things that are similar to this experience, but this is the one that pops up in the kitchen with my grandmother at my cousin's house. And my grandmother says, I opened the fridge and she said, "You can't take that." Basically telling me that I can't eat the same food as my cousins, or lying to me that there isn't milk when there is. I know it's something small, but everything.
I want you to not evaluate this, okay? I want you to actually go and re-experience it. You're doing amazing. Begin again with as much detail as you can. Fully go there as if it's happening now. You're doing amazing.
So I open the fridge and I'm like, I see that there is the food that she said that there wasn't. And I'm like, Grandma, why? Like, there's food there. And then she's like acting as if it isn't, just lying to my face, like, no. So I felt pretty bad. And that's how I usually feel, like, I don't know. Yeah. And that's just one thing. And
okay, Vanessa, you're doing amazing. I want you to be coachable right now. Okay. You're doing incredible. You take us through exactly as much detail as I can. What did you see in the refrigerator? What did she say exactly? I want you to fully experience it without any meaning. Try and just experience it without any starting to tell the story around it. Okay. Begin again.
Okay. So I'm like, Grandma, I want something to eat. And she's like, oh, okay. She looks at me like annoyed. And then she's like, I'm like, well, I'd like some, cereal. Well, there is no cereal. And then I see she opens the cabinet and I see that there is cereal, but then she's, well, there's no milk. You can have this. So she gives me something else. And I'm just confused. And then my mother comes in and my mother's like, what's going on? What do you mean you don't have anything for her? You have it right there. So it just brings it up to, like, I don't know. And then that's just something quick that came to mind. I mean, there's just so many. I'm sorry.
Vanessa, you're doing amazing. Okay. Stop evaluating it. Okay. I want you to go there. Okay. Stay there in that right now. You're doing great. I want you to go through it again. I want you to notice to not put any meaning on it. No backstory in your mind or heart. Just go fully experience it. One more time. Begin again. You're doing great.
Okay, so I asked my Gregg, go into my grandmother's house and I'm like, oh, Grandma, I'm hungry. Is there anything to eat? She's like, oh, well, I don't know. And I'm like, well, I'd like some cereal. She's like, well, actually, she opens up she gave me a separate cereal box. I'm like, oh, I want that cereal. She's like, no, you're going to have this cereal. And then I'm like, okay, well, that's it. There, I don't have anything else. If I wanted to ask for more, and then I'm assuming that, I think, because this was when I was like, I don't know, the high school or preteen, and then my mom comes in and is like, what's going on? What do you mean you don't have anything? It's right there. And then they get into an argument and they argue, and then I feel bad and I feel confused. and then I just go on, I sit down and I eat whatever she gives me. But
You're doing great. What did you decide about yourself?
I guess that I'm not worthy enough for her.
Thank you. What else did you decide about yourself?
Maybe there's something wrong with me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What else did you decide about yourself?
I'm less than.
Thank you. Totally got it. What else did you decide about yourself?
I'm confused. I'm like, why? I don't know. I'm just confused. Like, why
I
would
hear that. Totally
Yeah.
got it. Anything else that you decided about yourself? Thank you. What did you decide about life?
Unfair. It's unfair.
Thank you. What else do you decide about life?
That family is toxic. My family could be toxic.
Thank you. What did you decide about your grandmother?
I don't like her. I mean, I've learned to forgive her, but
just in that moment, what did you decide?
Sorry, at that moment, I didn't like my grandmother.
Okay, thank you. What did you decide about your mother?
When my mother, I didn't understand her anger towards my grandmother. So I was just like, I guess my mom was like, why are you overreacting? You know, like, cause I didn't understand the bigger picture that she saw behind it. She knew what my grandmother was doing. I didn't. I was just like, okay, whatever. But
okay, thank you. Vanessa, you're doing so perfect right now, okay? We're seeing some of the charge come off, okay? Let's go back in. We're going to go back in. I want you to go there fully as if it's happening right now. Take us there, go in there mentally, completely go there right now. You're in the kitchen. What happens? As much details, no backstory, no meaning, just experience it fully.
I don't remember crying or anything. I look confused. I open the door. I mean, I see that there's clearly what she said that there wasn't. It was silent. I was confused. I think I might have commented and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, I see it there. And she's just like, well, there's none for you, and that's it. Like, just no emotion to it, just straight, just nothing. And then I just sat down, and that was just one of the many incidents that happened during my life.
Great. What did you decide about life?
I decided that life was, I mean, I don't know. I just decided that maybe it could be there's unkind people out there, regardless if it's family or not, you know?
Great. What did you decide about yourself?
That I wasn't, I guess, worthy of what she had to give me.
Okay, great. I'm going to read back the commands that you said and tell me which ones are probably things you say under your breath when you get upset all the time, okay? These are commands. These play out over and over and over again in our life, okay? I'm confused. I'm not worthy enough. Something's wrong with me. I'm less than. Life is unfair. Family is toxic. I don't like her. I don't understand. People lie, which could be one, and people are unkind. Which out of those stick out?
I would say, I have to repeat the ones that, I'm sorry. I would say I might be less than, not worthy. Family can be toxic.
What do you say when you're upset, you're pissed, you're scared, under your breath? What do you say to yourself?
I guess I'm less than.
Got it. Is that what?
Not worthy of love.
Yes. Is that true, Vanessa?
I don't think so.
No, but it is not true.
Yeah. I think when you brought me back, it was harder to say these things about me when you brought me back. So I think it alleviated some pain, like made me question. I think that's like a technique, right? To help you not feel that. The same thing, like it was hard for me to repeat what I think.
Okay, I want you to just be here. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to take a couple deep breaths right now. Is it true that you're not worthy?
No, I don't think so.
No, it's absolutely not the truth. What would you like to declare for yourself? What new declaration would you like to declare for yourself?
That I am love
Mm-hmm.
and I'm worthy of love.
Thank you. So beautiful. How's that been playing out, that command in your life? When this situation, when you came to this call and you said about your cousins and about stuff, is that it's like the commands are things we're seeing through. It's like a veil we're looking through. It's the glasses we look everything through. Like, I'm not worthy and I'm going to find all the case, all the facts, all the things. I'm like a lawyer and I'm going to make this case that I'm not worthy enough. And let me show you why I'm not worthy enough, right? So how's that command been playing out in your life?
It's been manifesting a lot, with my cousins saying they're too busy for me when I have a more successful and busy life, and they don't have time for me, but yeah, I make time for them, and I feel rejected and neglected again. And my father, he's just absent.
Mm-hmm.
And
so what happens, you guys, honestly, how many of you guys see yourself in Vanessa, right? We've all had those commands, right? So what happens is the commands become our identity. I am somebody who is not worthy, and I'm gonna actually create that into existence in all levels. And I'm gonna see through that lens, I'm gonna do whatever. So the real choice is to recognize that's not the truth, neutralize it. How do you feel about that incident now in the kitchen with your grandmother and the refrigerator?
I feel better. I feel like it's weird. I just feel a little bit relieved, like, because I want to say it's not true, but I feel it maybe deep down, but I think more therapy, more things will help.
It doesn't mean it wasn't true. It happened.
Yeah.
What isn't true is the meaning that we put around it. The part of us that's the divine self, the God self, the co-creating self with life, is the meaning that we put around things. So it doesn't mean that that didn't happen, but the meaning that we put around it of the declaration of ourselves and about life and about others is not the truth. You get the distinction there?
Yep.
So now you get to put a new meaning around it, right? The meaning could be like, that taught me of who I do want to be. The meaning I put around it is that I declare I am love. And that no matter how much my own grandmother had her own trauma, my mother had her own trauma, that's not going to define me of who I am. I'm going past my lineage. And who I am is I stand for being love, regardless of whether my cousins aren't able to have love themselves or they're holding whatever. It has nothing to do with me. It's their own commands and their own insecurities and our own lineage ties. And today, right now, I claim that I am love for every single one of my family unconditionally, placing healthy boundaries and knowing the truth of who I am. So Vanessa, my question for you is, who do you decide that you want to be? What do you want to embody in this lifetime?
I want to embody love.
Great. And so it is. So you guys, let's come together, taking a deep breath in through the nose. And exhaling out, just knowing this truth for Vanessa and for each and every one of us. I declare and know the truth of who Vanessa is. I recognize that she is the decision, the powerful decision that decides who she is, regardless of what happened, regardless of who her lineage is, whatever all those bounding, suffering lineage is, that she right here gets to stake a ground in her life to say, I am love. That right now I decide who I am and the experience and what I stand for, no matter what has happened. And I know the truth that Vanessa is love. She is power. She has the power of choice and decision to create whatever new lineage she chooses to create. And so I just say, thank you, thank you, thank you for the suffering that allows us to grow, to evolve, to become who we truly desire to be. And so I declare that for Vanessa and for each and every one of you right now, right here, as together we say, And so it is.
So it is. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vanessa, for being so vulnerable. Truly and truly. Thank you so much.
Thank you.